If we could give him a round of applause. We saw the need out there to help provide for people that were coming from Michigan so that they weren't lost in the daily commotion of camp life. We set up a 16 by 32 foot army tent, wood stoves, kitchen, to provide food, shelter, and security for those that are coming from Michigan, to give an opportunity to be able to provide their resources there at camp so they're not just lost in the daily shuffle of what's going on. Out there at camp, not only with all of these people here from Michigan, but people from all over the world, I developed relationships. I called people out there brother and sister that I never even knew, but their actions made them my brother or sister. Just like your actions by being here today make you family. When we think about our family and we think about the love that we have for our family, an emotion rises up inside of us. That emotion of love, that emotion of care, that emotion of protection. Our Mother Earth is our family. That protection needs to be there for her. Our family members out there at Standing Rock are suffering grave oppressions. We're trying our hardest to protect them, but sometimes we can't. Sometimes I can't stop the rubber bullet from hitting her. Sometimes I can't stop the mace from going in her eyes. Sometimes I can't stop myself from being hit with a baton. And it's those feelings that strengthen me out there, that strengthen all of us out there to continue this fight. It's the feeling of love that brings us together. It's the feeling of love that gives us our energy. It's that love that causes us to want to protect our ancestors that are buried out there from the Battle of the Greasy Grass, or otherwise known as Little Bighorn. Those ancestors are buried right there in those grounds that are being plowed up. I've been out there on the grounds. I've seen the bones sticking out. I've laid tobacco for our ancestors. I've also stood face to face with the police line that wouldn't let me go and protect those ancestors. I've touched the water out there. I've drank the water out there. I've let it give me life, and I hope that the strength it gives me allows for me to protect it. I want to bring awareness not only to Standing Rock, but to our issues here in Michigan, to the Kalamazoo area, to the Detroit area, to Flint, to what's going on under the Mackinac Bridge. I want to let everybody in Michigan know that this gathering here is for Standing Rock. But imagine what will happen if we have to gather here again for Michigan. I invite those companies, I invite those big businesses, I invite those governments to come to the table, negotiate with us. We're understanding people, we're peaceful, we're prayerful. We just want to have our say as protectors. I also want to bring a little bit of a surety to people who are thinking about traveling out to Standing Rock. Those who might be worried. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to be hurt. I want to take my kids, but I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. I want you to know that inside of camp, there's nothing but love. There's security. These people here can vouch for me. They all went. They came back. I want you to know that when you go, you'll be taken care of. You'll be loved. And you'll also love back. Another thing is I want to bring awareness to the rise in crime that's taken place out there in North Dakota, not from us, but from the DAPO security, from the man camps that are out there. Our Native women, children, young teenagers are being kidnapped out there. They're being taken into these man camps and assaulted. Our women that we stand up to protect are going missing. It's a whole nother struggle all in its own. And I'd like to bring awareness to that issue. Go home, Google it, share articles on it. It needs to be done. In closing, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for your support. It's amazing. It's been 6 days in the making, and look what we have. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you for coming out, and I thank you for your support. I pray for your continued support. Standing Rock is praying with us right now. I got word back from them last night that starting at 10 o'clock today, they were praying and standing in solidarity with us also. I love you guys. Thank you. Keep up the fight. Mini Wachoni.